join the conversation. It's welcome to join. All I ask is that you please do not try to like corn bomb the channel, etc., because we want to protect the platform at all costs. And thank you, Gore, for putting the one in the chat. All right, so let's go up to my next video. I got a few videos in the back chat. I think I'm going to knock these TikTok videos out the way. So the first video I have is of a Caucasian woman who is talking about she's talking about why she do certain things as a lady to be a wife, right? So she's going to have a list of things that she do not do while she's in relationships. And I'm assuming that she's heterosexual. And I also did tag every single one of these TikTok content creators in my description. Please go to the description if you wish to see who they are. Let's continue.
Here is a list of things that I do not do in a relationship that some may not agree with. Number 1, I do not expect for him to cover my monthly self-care expenses. Those were my expenses before the relationship. I budgeted for them. I can afford them. They are things that I like to enjoy during my me time. Number 2, I do not care how he utilizes social media. He can comment, share, like, and interact. I am going to comment, share, like, and interact. That is the use of social media. I create content. I expect that he would have ideas for me. He can expect to get some ideas from me. If you utilize
I like her so far. Her list is pretty standard. And I like the fact that she said that if she want to use social media, she's going to use social media. I mean, it's just that simple. And she have expectations for her man to bring her ideas. I actually think that that's a good idea because I try to tell my wife all the time, if you're going to be on social media, spend that time building, spend that time making money, spend that time building a audience. And it's very, very, very important because a lot of people are able to make so much money, right, being content creators. But I like what she's saying. I'm glad that she wasn't on that pick me shit. I'm not even gonna lie. I genuinely hate that shit. When I say like I genuinely hate that shit, it really bothers me when women lie. You know what I mean? Like just come well, anybody lie, just come friend to the truth. You got a man and you're in a relationship, but you're still gonna be on YouTube or whatever to make content. But yeah, I like her so far. Let me know what y'all think. This is basically bare minimum ish. Yeah, Gore, it is. But you know the problem with that is the men would say, well, maybe she's unfit for marriage because just like we saw in the previous clip, Myron was saying that, you know, in order for any woman to be his wife or his main squeeze, she couldn't be online. She couldn't have social media. And a lot of men feel that way. Like in real life, bro, you'll be surprised how many men we meet when I'm doing these interviews, et cetera, et cetera. Because I have been kind of working in the background. I'm just starting to get into the groove of things again. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, a lot of men do not want women having social media because they feel like it gives it gives access to other men who potentially may want to have sex with these women, et cetera, et cetera. And they just feel like that's a waste of time. Some men will go even far to say it's a form of cheating. Right. So, but anyway, let's keep going, guys.
utilize social media the right way, it can provide additional financial resources. So I by no means care how he utilizes the platforms. When it's we time, and we disconnect. Number 3, I do not expect for him to share his cell phone location with me, but I will share mine with him.
Okay, I don't understand that. So you don't expect him to share his location with you, but you will share your location with him. Yeah, now it's giving pick me type bullshit because why on earth would he need to know where you are but it's not important for you to know where he is. I'm just confused, Potang. I'm just confused. Right? I don't know. I'm so confused, guys. Um I don't know what the hell is going on right now. I really don't. I would think, right? Um I would think that it would be equal across the board that both people would want each other's location because for example, me and my wife, it's important for her to know where I'm at and the details of where I'm at, right? Because at the end of the day, at the end of the day, I could be in danger, right? Why would she not have my and that's just so stupid to me. I'm sorry. That's fucking stupid. But I don't know. This is her idea. This is what she wants to do. So, girl, do you. Okay? You got it, po child. Let's go ahead and keep going.
And it's simply because I know that he is a man's man, and that he can protect himself. But as a woman in this environment,
So, hold on, baby. So, it's not important for you to be able to know where your man is. Because even if he can protect themselves, there's been plenty of men who feel like they can protect themselves that end up not being able to protect themselves or end up being taken advantage of. Look at all the men that was taken advantage of by I think his name is Dahmer. Was that his name? The guy who was putting the stuff in the soda, whatever. The one from the Netflix show. Okay. That guy was fucking guys up and nobody saw it coming. Why? Because they all feel like I can do it myself. If they had locations for him, everybody would have been like, "Oh yeah, we got his location. We need to go get him from over from that guy's house because rumor is he's doing crazy shit. He's doing crazy shit like, I don't know, raping people and not returning them back to fucking home. I mean, it's absolutely crazy, bro. So that was the problem that I have with her statement in this moment. I think it's very, very, very inappropriate, right? And I agree with you, Gore. In case of emergency, I have all family and friends on Life 360. That's how we roll. Yeah, as you should. You should have them on that, Gore. I mean, that's actually fucking genius. You know what I mean? I mean, the most I'm doing is air tags and stuff like that. But yeah, that's a bad argument. Let's continue.
I like knowing that he knows where I am, not to track me, but to keep me protected and to keep me safe. And that if I'm in a situation where I need him, if I'm having car problems, if there's just a situation where I am uncomfortable, he can easily get to me. Number 4, I do not expect him to be perfect. I give him space to error without feeling like he's going to be beaten down because he erred or he made a mistake. I genuinely believe that we forget when
Baby, nobody is perfect, so there's no way you can have an expectation for him to be perfect and you give him room to grow. It's kind of giving pick meism, but you know what I'm saying? Maybe because I am a man and she's very sweet with it, I'm falling for it. But at the end of the day, nobody is perfect. So what I hear is you give this man an opportunity to make mistake after 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 mistake. Sorry, guys. Newborn baby. Let's keep going.
we enter into a partnership that the two people in the partnership are of their own free will, and they are of their own decision making, and that they have their own hobbies and interests and friends outside of the relationship, and things happen. And I don't expect for him to be perfect. I believe in giving people space to mistake, because when you give people space to mistake, that's where
Yeah, I kind of called it. This is a pick me. Fuck it. This is a pick me. This is a woman who is willing to give men the opportunity for growth, aka you can make mistake after mistake after mistake after mistake after mistake after mistake, and she not gonna give a fuck because she allows room for growth. Child, imagine that. Imagine that she's leaving room for growth. How about you just allow a man to hold himself accountable and not do stupid shit like, I don't know, fuck a pitch relationship, gamble away, rent money, and all these different things that a lot of men do in these relationships. But nope, as always, there's always going to be some woman there to say, I'm going to help you through all your growth. I'm going to help you through all your bullshit. I'm going to stay there through your bullshit. And that's why a lot of these men never truly ever grow. Ever.
growth happens. Number 5, I do not expect for him to be the primary financial breadwinner of the relationship. I was raised a very long time ago by my father that I should never have to depend on a man for anything financially, and that allowed me to have the man I wanted and not the man that I needed. And I'm cool that sometimes he got it, and sometimes I got it, and sometimes it's 50-50, and sometimes it's 70-30, and sometimes it's like neither one of us need it. I think that's healthy in a relationship.
Yeah, she's not married. Yeah, I can already tell some guy done ran through her, and yeah, they yeah, we're not doing that. She's not actually married, so guess what that means? It doesn't fucking matter what she's saying right now. It doesn't fucking matter. She is on here giving advice that's neither um she's not living the results that she's talking about, but it's also unsolicited. Like, nobody asked for this bullshit ass advice. Definitely a doormat, bro. Definitely allow the man to do whatever the fuck he wants to do. But I did post her what's it called? Her link is in the chat for anybody who wishes to see it. It is there, okay? It's inside the description. For anyone who wishes to see it. And also, this young lady description is also there. So let's go to my next TikTok video. Hello, wife. Hello, wife. Now, you have this woman saying that she has been through so many bad experiences with men that she believes that men just are not shit altogether. I mean, let's go ahead and go into this story, guys.
The reason why so many beautiful, well-rounded women cannot find a partner is because a lot of parents failed their sons. My mom on a walk had asked me, we know so many beautiful, well-rounded
Hold
girls,
on,
why
hold
are they
on.
single?
Who?
The
What?
reason why so many beautiful, well-rounded women cannot find a partner is because a lot of parents failed their sons.
Now we're blaming the parents because these males grow up to be like what? Like fucking Anton Daniels or fucking Cooley or Fresh and Fit. No, the Anton is fucking 50 years old. A lot of these guys are in their 40s, right? And they're online continuously lying, continuously being on bullshit. At some point, we have to hold them accountable. We can't hold their parents accountable for the continuous cycle of bullshit and rhetoric that they're spewing out to the audiences. Nobody is responsible except themselves. But I'm going to allow this young lady to speak. I apologize, audience. Let's continue.
My mom on a walk had asked me, we know so many beautiful, well-rounded girls. Why are they single? I responded with, your generation was so hard on the girls. Like, we literally had to be made out of glass. We couldn't afford to make mistakes. Failure was not in our vocabulary. Like, we literally had to be perfect. So now you have this large group of women that are almost like overperforming. So now you have this large group of women who know how to take care of a home, know how to take care of themselves, are family oriented, but they also have the ambition of a man and are career focused. Overall,
hold on, girl. I know you just ain't say what I thought you just said.
For a minute. Wait a minute. Wait. First of all, you're not gonna speed past that like you didn't just say what you just said.
Did you just say that women today have the ambition of a man? You see, even when these pygmies are thinking they're doing a favor and they're going at men really hard, really strong, what's really actually happening is they're still a part of the patriarchy. That's right. They're still blinded by the patriarchy. That's what that is. She's still blinded. The fact that she think that women don't have ambition on their own, right? It screams patriarchal mindset. Gore says her Gore says her fucking back must be sore. I guess from carrying those double D's. Shout out to Gore, man. Her link is also in the description, Gore. If you want to see more videos like that, let's keep going. Let me not block Gore view. You got this, Gore. Let's get it.
Care of themselves, are family oriented, but they also have the ambition of a man and are career focused. Overall, they are performing at standards and expectations that are so high because back home, specifically, my parents are from India. Back
Tether alert.
home, women weren't granted the same privileges and rights back home in India. So my mom still had me performing the gender norms of a good Indian daughter, but I was encouraged to basically utilize the freedom that I had. Parents.
Her Indian mom, not her black mom, her Indian mom exercised and told her to go out and get her motherfucking freedom. Ain't that a motherfucker, bro? Listen, I thought that these women of other races was independent. I thought it was black women only that was the only ones that was taught to go after their independence. I thought it was black biatches were the only ones that were not taught to be submissive. But now you got a Tether out here saying the same thing as these fucking black women in America. Welcome to the Welcome to the motherfucking daily rundown, man. Hit the motherfucking cash app, man. This shit's going crazy, man.
For clout. That is the solution to this. The solution, Ed, is for you to send a goddamn 99-cent super sticker. So this way I don't have to go to Brokeback Mountain. That shit crazy.
Come on, man. It's getting wicked out here. Let's get it.
Failed their sons. Because while so much pressure is being put on women, nothing was put on their boys. They were and are still coddled. They're not independent, meaning that they're codependent on their parents for multiple things. They also have no sense of leadership. They're consistently relying on a system for guidance and direction instead of building like that inner voice and trying to take initiative to build their life. That's why women are single. Because not only did we have to fight for the life that we wanted, it was completely possible to do that. Though it was hard, it was possible. But there are men that don't want to utilize this opportunity to better themselves and like have dreams and have goals.
Damn.
God damn it! You can't make this shit up.
Okay, not a non-black woman telling you niggas that y'all don't want to utilize this moment to get y'all shit together. Not a non-black woman telling y'all niggas that y'all broken, y'all not ready for a relationship. Come on now. Come on now. I mean, all women of all races are starting to understand that these bandits do not want to do anything else except get sex from them. That's it. Women are coming across men and they are completely petrified. They are completely petrified. They are lost because these men are ridiculous. Speaking of men being broke, my next clip, you have a black African American young ladies saying that if you don't have at least $20,000 saved up, then you are broke. That's right. If you don't have at least $20,000 saved up, then you are a broke nigga. You can't afford a bitch. You can't afford a wife. You can't afford no kids, no heirs. Now I'm gonna go ahead and let this lady cook, man. Let me start with the sound effects, man.
They said if you don't have $20,000 saved up, you are broke. Well, and I mean, if we're being completely honest, most people don't even have $1,000 saved up. So I feel like people are out here low-key touching more money than they're saving. Yeah, I think that if the average person would sit down and write out their finances and really look at the bank statements, write down transaction for transaction on how much money is going out, I really think a lot of people would be surprised that they are touching more money than they, one, feel like they have, and then two, that they're able to save.
She's not wrong, right? And shout out to the black woman. The black woman is God. This black queen, okay, is sitting here trying to give y'all financial advice, and she's right. Even with me and my wife, we got money. We got a lot of money coming in. We got a lot of money going out. I recently had her sit down and send me all the finances because I need to know exactly what's going out and exactly what's coming in. And it's just that's just very important for me, period. You get what I'm saying? So she's very right. But the problem is a lot of these men today, they rather listen to Myron fucking Gaines instead of a black woman who is a financial expert who was actually helping people make money online. She's making money herself as a content creator, right? She's right. You need to save up $20,000, right? Instead of spending your money online to be a bag chaser where Anson Daniel still broke as hell. Let's continue, man.
Here's what I am gonna say. There's no way in this economy that a lot of people have that advantage to be able to save $20,000. Most people can't even save up $5,000 for the simple fact that, truth be told, they don't touch enough money. That's why they say as the years go on, you gotta get your coins up. You gotta invest in things. You gotta have side hustles. You literally have to have great, like, I'm talking about some hefty hitter side hustles. People will focus over time on decreasing expenses while increasing income. I think a lot of people would be able to save more money. Be honest, if you had $20,000 saved up right now, what would you do? If you touched $20,000 right now, if somebody were to give you $20,000 right now, what would you do? What things would you change about your financial situation? What would you do moving forward if you had a little bit more leverage?
I mean, I think that's a very, 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 very good question. What would you do if you guys had $20,000 extra in your account on top of whatever you may have right now? Let's get some responses in the chat. Let me know what you guys would do with $12,000 in, sorry, 12,000. I'm tripping. $20,000 in your account, added extra right now. And shout out to that black queen, man. Her tag to her TikTok is also inside the fucking description. Make sure you guys go watch her TikTok. I'm almost done with my TikTok videos, guys. Thank you guys for being here. All right, so next. Okay, ciao. Okay. You a sucker. So this young man is, well, not this young man, this grandpa is on here saying that you are a sucker if you are a stepfather. Saying that anybody that is willing to raise another man's kid is a sucker. And if you're willing to provide and be a crash out step dummy, then that's just on you. Let's go ahead and see what happens.
You a sucker if you a step parent. Straight like that. So I got 2 stepdaughters, right? One of them shipping out to the army in about a month. So yesterday we sitting on the couch, we chopping it up, bucka. You know how I go? And she's like, yeah, I had to make a will and I had to put people in charge of my body and my money. God forbid anything happen. So I'm all engaged. I'm like, yo, that's crazy. Nothing's gonna happen to you, a pretty girl, and you kinda smart, so they probably gonna have you in the office. But she's like, yeah, but you never know, because they gonna give me a gun. I get that, but you're gonna be straight. But she goes, just in case though, but if I do die, I left everything to my dad. So I paused for a second. I said, huh?
So hold on. All of this is because you had a conversation with your stepdaughter who said that if something ever happens to her, she wants to leave what she has attained in life, what she has made in life, what she has done for herself. She wants to leave that with her biological father, and you're upset with that, and now you don't want to be a stepdaddy, but you just were a stepdaddy when you was having a conversation with your fucking stepdaughter. Let's go.
Yeah, I left everything to my dad. I figured like he'll do the right thing. I said, everything? Yeah. I said, the car? Yeah. I bought you the car. All your jewelry? Yeah. I bought you that. I bet. You know what? You're right. Your dad a good guy. Pucka. I ain't even gonna be in your chat.
Not you at the gas station talking to yourself and ranting about a fucking child loving her father and wanting to give stuff to her father. But I bought you that. And you see, this is the problem. When men give gifts, they start to believe that they own a bitch. And that's just not what it is. You don't own shit. When you gave something, it was a gift, bitch. If you don't want to give the gift, then don't get a gift. You don't control nobody just because you give them something. That's not the way life works. But I'm gonna allow this old man to continue his rant, and then we will press forward.
That's like that. So I go to the room, I'm watching TV, all in my feelings, a tear fall from my eye. Like, damn, I ain't get nothing. You couldn't leave me the car so I could remember you by? Nah, you gonna get it to your daddy. All right, bet. She go, yo, can I go to get a crumble cookie? That's fine. Make sure you buy your daddy a cookie. So she go to crumble cookie. On the way to crumble cookie, she called me. Yo, Rob, my car's shaking over 40. I said, oh, man. It's probably something to do with your tires. Pull over, check if you got something in your tire. Sure enough, she got a flat. She's like, yeah, I got a flat. What do I do? Call your motherfucking daddy.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he just made up that. You know what I'm saying? Made the whole fucking story. Because that story is like way too bitter. Imagine a child that you was just supporting, that you're supposed to be a leader of. And you have one conversation. I'm stranded, potentially in danger. I need help. What do I do? Leader, call your motherfucking daddy. Bitch. Wasn't you just saying you was going to leave everything to him? Make sure you give your daddy a cookie too and you go to cookie crumble. Ho. Wow. I mean, this goes to show you that a lot of these males lack emotional regulation. And due to emotional regulation lacking on their behalf, a lot of these bandits, they absolutely lose out on having a healthy relationship with their stepchildren along with their wives. Because how does this relationship with his daughter or stepdaughter now reflect on the woman that he's with, right? Her mother. That's why he's a stepdad, right? Oh yeah, girl, mom, I was fucking stranded. Stepdad Mikey said, fuck you, call your papa. Child. This is why these men are losing their relationships back to back to back to back to back to back to back. All right, so I know we're transitioning very quickly. This next video, I haven't watched it, to be perfectly honest, but the young lady is very pretty. And in the video, she says, "You're not ready to be a wife." Okay. That's a pick me ass title, but I'm here for it. Let's go.
This might ruffle a few of y'all feathers, but it's all right. Y'all be okay. So that a lot of women aren't really prepared to be a wife. And let me just go ahead and elaborate on that, okay? A lot of them want the ring. They want the house. They want the man's last name. They want all the things, right? They want to be my man, my man, my man, my man. But when you step out, are you really representing that man the way that you should? And I'm talking about like when you're out in the club and you know that there's other men hitting on you and you are enjoying that attention.
Girl, why you hold the fuck on? I'm talking. See, some of these girls be getting on her thinking that they cooking, and you saying the same stupid shit that the last bitch said she was stupid, and she thought she was cooking. You out at the club and you got a man and you supposed to be married and you ain't representing that man how he's supposed to be represented. Let me give you an example, girl. Okay, bitch. Because I'm cooking, bitch. Okay, so you out at the club, bitch, and you got all these niggas flirting with you, bitch, and they buying you drinks and shit, bitch. You ain't ever think about how this represents your man, bitch. Whole time she in the club with you. Whole time she not at home being a submissive woman. Whole time she at the club with you. And these be the same hoes that be on her trying to give advice. I can see the pick me nut rag written all over this one. At the end of the day, if you have a husband or a man that's okay with you going out, then that's just what that is. And if he's not okay with you going out and you're with him, then you need to respect that. Otherwise, clearly there's going to be conflict. That's just what that is. See, that's balanced advice. Not what she's doing. She's on some pick me bullshit.
Are you okay with being like, you know what? No, like, let me go ahead and reevaluate the type of outings I'm going to go to, because I for sure did. When I realized that I really
a lot of men aren't getting in relationships saying, I'm not going places where women are shaking ass. They're still going to the clubs. They're still interacting with pretty women on a daily fucking basis. The problem is men tend to not be able to handle the same shit that they dish out. So they would cheat on a girl, fuck all the girls, go to all the clubs where the bitches throwing ass, flirt with all the women too. But next thing you know, when they girl in the club doing the same exact thing, flirting with all the niggas, now it's a problem. Ah, my fucking God. My wife says there's not enough context. Just because you're a stepdad doesn't mean that the actual father isn't it's obsolete and not around. That doesn't mean that at all. And she said, girl, you don't have to be a wife just to get all of that bullshit. Child.
really was like rocking with my man and we were going to make it official, I didn't mind leaving the club scene behind. Not that I didn't go back out to the club. Don't get me wrong. Me and my husband still was out together. You hear that? Together. I just was not out mingling with random people just because I wanted to go out and have a good time. Like, my good time consisted of going out on dates with my husband. My good time consisted on like finding activities.
Yeah, I was saying this ever. Like, yeah, girl, how long you gonna be wrapping this fucking ponytail? It's like, you know, wrapped it and unwrapped it all the time. because you want to pull your shirt up so your titties look bigger. I mean, that's just what I think. But I mean, maybe my male mind is just going there. But I was thinking that too. His hair, it's a basic ponytail, bitch. I could have got you together in 5 seconds. If you want to show off them titties, there's a proper way to get this done.
For me and my man to do, not for me and my single friends. No shade to my single friends at the time, but I was literally like wife me down. Like I was on that type of time because I wanted kids, I wanted the marriage, I wanted all those things. So I also had to make adjustments. Like I had to leave an old version of me behind, and that was my choice. See,
Oh my god, yeah, she's for sure a pick me. Y'all be surprised how many of these girls out here are pick me's and nut rags. These women, I had to fucking leave the old me behind and become a new version of me in order to get the man that I wanted, in order to get the ring that I wanted, in order to get the life that I wanted. No, more than likely, this girl has been ran through by a million niggas. And I said what the fuck I said. Let's keep going.
some women are afraid that, oh, if I get with this man, he's gonna want me to change. Listen, that's not how real love works, okay? That's not how it really works. My husband didn't ask me to change. He didn't say, hey, stop partying. He said, hey, if that's what you want to do, that's fine. Like, you know, like, I'm not trying to stop you from living your life. But it was me who was just like, you know what? No, like, I actually want to try this, you know, this type of life with you out because I'm having way more fun with you anyway. Now, with that being said, life does not stop just because you get married. So some people would be like, well, life don't stop because you get married. Of course it does not stop. However, you do reevaluate a lot of situations. I'm not going to put myself in a predicament where people can run back and tell my husband, hey, did you see someone at whoop, whoop, whoop? Did you see someone at whoop, whoop, whoop? I'm not about to put myself in a situation where men feel like they have the availability to even come and talk to me. Like, no, when they see me, they gonna know. Like, no, that's Damian wife. And that's just period, right? That's how I'm coming behind my man. Now, what I am going to say is that if you are looking to be married, be okay.
Girl, hold on. Shut up. Where's Donald Trump at?
Shut up, silly woman.
So, what happens when you go to Starbucks and they see you at Starbucks? Do they automatically know that you're somebody's wife, or they still gonna try to fuck? Or are they still gonna try to holler? And even when you say, I'm married, you know what they're gonna say? They don't give a fuck. Right? Because it's clear that you are a goer. It's clear that you are a eater. Right? And you're going to allow these men to do whatever they want, and you are a fucking nut rag and a floor mat. All of those things. And a mammy. And these type of women are literally, in my opinion, the absolute worst, because she's a pretty girl. She don't have to be like this. The reason why she like this is unknown to me, but more than likely it's because she has this thing with men where she wants men to do whatever it is that she wants from them. And in order to do that, in order to get that result, she's willing to basically fucking tell men that they're always right under any circumstances. Any circumstances. And that women have to change for set man. This reminds me when Cash Doll said that she had to stop wearing I'm gonna stop wearing fucking weave for my man. My man. Next thing you know, she not even with this nigga no more. Tracy's right back to talking shit. Her baby daddy, right? Zadarius talking about he's single now. He looking for a new version of Cash Doll. And he got the fuck too, right? So now she got an extra body. I'm just saying, you know, the tables be turning like that. Now, I'm not sure if they're going to allow me to play this Cardi B shit. No cap. I'm not sure if they're going to allow me to play this Cardi B shit. DDG, I probably can get away with playing that shit. So I might watch that shit. But I do have like 2 or 3 more videos I want to show y'all before I get up out of here. Okay. The first one that I want to show y'all is and fair use. Thank you, Nay. So the first one that I want to show you guys is a report that's coming out of Michigan about that dating app called the T app and how it's being linked to more divorces. Okay, so we're going to go to Fox 2 News for the report. Yes, Nay, Fox News. Let's go.
The men they're dating is hit with the popular and controversial T app designed to warn women about the men they're dating is hit with a new backlash. Good evening, everybody. I'm Roop Raj.
And I'm Mimi Lang. This time, the app is being blamed for more divorces in one Metro Detroit community. Fox 2's Dave Kinchin joined.
The app is being blamed for the divorces, but not the husbands who were cheating on their wives who got exposed on the app. Okay, got it. It's the platform's fault. Got it.
Joins us live with more. Tell us all about this, Dave.
Well, this one is all the tea, really. This is a dramatic one. There's a family attorney we spoke with who says he's seeing an increase in divorce filings because of apps like T. Let's go to some video. Going to tell you all about this one here. Now, he says that this area, Dearborn, is a close-knit community where everybody knows everything.
Dearborn is the biggest Muslim community in the United States of America. So the fact, because they don't want to say that because they don't want to, they don't want to. Sorry, I'm eating and smoking and doing this. I'm doing too much. They do not want to disrespect these people who are both religious and politically powerful, right? So Dearborn is the Muslim community is south of Detroit, and anybody who ever lived in Michigan knows this. So the fact that you have Arabics and Muslims are cheating, well, I mean, I don't know. That tells me a lot. Once again, religion fails men. Let's keep going.
And
oh, now you already know I've been drinking. I'm drinking currently. I'm gonna roll up again soon.
What he says, and we're talking about attorney Muhammad Ali Hamoud, he says there's more domestic conflicts also taking place because of anonymous posts claiming certain men are cheating on their spouses or accusing them of serious crimes or unethical behavior. It's leading to their wives to file for divorce. As you may know, T is an app that allows women only to post anonymously about the men they have dated. You'll hear from the attorney, but also a women's advocate coach, women's empowerment coach, who says apps like T help keep them safe. Take a listen.
For example, when a post were to go live of a certain man, it might be an accountant, it might be a lawyer, it might be a doctor, it tends to spread like wildfire, and the rest of the community just knows. Whether it's true or not is really the main issue. Usually
So you think people just run around lying all goddamn day? Right? At the end of the day, people don't want to put themselves in a situation where they're going to get sued for defamation. These women are filing divorces because they putting two and two together. Oh, where were you last night, Muhammad? Where were you last night? You know what I'm saying? Istanbul. I was at the mosque praying with my buddies. Me and my buddies, we were praying to Allah for rain and good health. So you wasn't fucking them bitches that they had on T.I.? I would never disrespect my marriage by defiling our bedroom. Well, according to the T app, you had a black woman until you came, and then you paid her in cash. Is this true, Muhammad? I have no recollection of such things. And ass play is normal. Like these guys, I told my wife this. I said, babe, all the strip clubs, when I first met her, so all the strip clubs, there, and maybe that was a bad Muslim. And anyway, all the strip clubs are basically downtown on Michigan Avenue, and the rest of them are in like Dearborn. Like they're like I was flabbergasted how you can't have a dispensary in Dearborn. Right? But they got strip clubs that's full of black women in there. Anyway, let's go back to this report because a lot of these Arabic women are finding out that their husbands are just like these niggas. Okay? And they not having it.
Men asking for me to file some kind of defamation suit, saying a lot of this stuff is false or misleading. And then the women on there seeking guidance, seeking, well, what are their options? Do I file for divorce? My husband has been posted on this app. Other girls say they've been talking to him. He may have been cheating.
It's hard to verify, someone's claims on there. But that being said, I think the way that I've been able to kind of gauge what's true is when you start to see multiple claims from women about the same person. Like I ended up on a date and one of these apps basically saved me from continuing to go out with someone who had multiple reports of raping prostitutes. So that was, a very terrifying thing to say. And it wasn't just one woman coming forward to say this. This was multiple women that were documented on multiple different accounts. So
why the fuck? And I'm sorry for anybody that ever goes through that. Let me start my statement off by saying that. But why the fuck do you ever need to SA a prostitute? I mean, the whole point of them being a prostitute is that they're sexually open to anybody that has the money to pay the price that they have created for themselves. So why on God's good earth would you need to grape a fucking prostitute? This goes to show you how foul, disgusting, repulsive, degenerate that men are today. Okay? And perhaps they always have been this way. Bandits.
I think that there's just a certain degree of protection that comes when women are allowed to have a safe space.
Well, attorney Muhammad Ali Hamoud says that there are defamation suits that are being filed by his office. He's seeing an increase there, too. But he says those can run you about $10,000. Coming up tonight on The Edge, we'll tell you more about what attorneys say you can do if you find information on sites like that you say isn't true. That's next. For now, reporting live in Dearborn, Dave Kinchin, Fox 2 News.
Damn, not in Dearborn. I thought it was only black women that was out here dealing with this shit. I thought the Muslim community had all they shit together. I thought the Muslim community was full of men who honor Allah. But turns out they're acting just like niggas. Child. This shit is getting out of control. It's the fucking Honorable Elijah Muhammad all over again. All over again. These men do not know how to exercise emotional regulation. Now, put a 1 in the chat if you are familiar with Cardi B and the situation that she has going on